What's going on, gamers? If you're not doing the Iron Banner this time, well, you're doing it wrong. I just got to talk about how good the loot drops are this time around. I've gotten a crazy few drops that I want to share, so before I get rolling, I've got to give a few shoutouts to Gabriel Robinson, Scaryfish314, Els Lacrosse, Eddie Isaacson, and Paradox Anarchy and Team Charisma for also following me on Twitter. Now, speaking of Twitter, if you're following me, I posted several of these drops as well as a few more. But for me, as I said in the last video, I was really after that Iron Banner Ghost Shell. I hit my first level 5 package and landed it at 310, and I was pretty happy about that. So I got started up on the next character, and boom, a 320 Ghost Shell dropped. I've been smiling all day about this thing. Yeah, it's not my favorite looking of the new Ghost Shells. I had really hoped for some Iron Banner Flames or something like that, but at 320 you really can't complain. How the leveling system works is you hit a rep level 3 package, which always has a blue artifact for your class set at 310. I didn't get anything really any different there. Your level 5 package, however, can be anything that's Iron Banner based. Ghost Shell, helmets that haven't been sold yet, weapons that haven't been sold yet either. The nice catch is that once you hit Reputation level 5 with Saladin, going through with any other character gets you shots at lots of high level drops. Higher let level armor than what they're selling in the tower, higher let level guns than what they're selling in the tower also. I was very high on the Bread and March stand if you remember me mentioning that, and it was definitely a weapon to buy. Now, a side by side comparison with my Trials of Osiris Unseeing Eye and the Raid Heavy Machine Gun, you can see this is a very strong HMG. A point that I want to make though is that I prefer this over the Trials HMG simply based on how the sight picture works for me. I bought a Bread and March stand and shortly thereafter dismantled it because I had one drop that was even better. They had higher stability and counterbalance. The Army of One perk was just a ridiculously perfect perk to have and was just a cherry on top of my Bread and March ice cream stand. I also got the Deidre's Retort, which is the Fellwinter's Lie Year 2. Now sadly, I don't think this will have the same impact on people as the old Fellwinters did, because stat-wise, just like the HMG, this too is also very similar to its Raid counterpart. Now in this case, I think that the Raid Shotty is actually a bit better since you never really have to reload it if you're using the Cocoon perk. I also like the up close and personal buff that I got on mine when in PvP. After doing all this grind, I do have to say I am not a huge fan of hours and hours of Clash though. Personally, I'm an objective-minded gamer, and having a reason to move around the map is kind of important to me. In several of the mid-sized maps like Shores of Time and Cathedral, I just kind of held an area, and that was it. I know a lot of others were not thrilled with people whose game plan was to stand in one spot with a black spindle or another high-impact sniper, and stand in that one spot. Hopefully for the next Iron Banner we can get control back, or my suggestion, let's really mix this up. I've fussed about it in the past as to why the banner is set up the way it is, and the only thing that ever changes is the map selections that you play on. So here's what I say. Have it be Rift one day, Clash one day, and Control one day. That way if you're like me and hours of Clash is not your thing, you can just kind of skip that day. Hell, you could even rotate the modes like the Crucible playlist do. One map of Clash, one map of Control, and one map of Rift. Rotating the game modes around would certainly keep it fresh and not make it feel so grindy of doing hours of the same mode. Even though the rewards this time were well worth it. Well, I got a Trials of Osiris match to jump into, so I am out of here. If you like this type of content, just hit the like button, or leave a comment, or if you just want to see some more, hit that subscribe button. But as always guys, have a good one.